Hello, my fellow Ravens. Welcome to another video. As you can see by the title, this is going to be a review for the recent game release called Bless Unleashed on Xbox. It is an Xbox exclusive right now, but it is also free to play, so anyone can try it out. In this video, well, we're going to talk about a variety of things such as character customization, graphics, combat, community, and whether or not I recommend the game. Let's get straight into the video. So I did take a couple screenshots of the game to quickly go over how the game runs and all that stuff. There is no video because I don't want to try to spoil anything, and sometimes the game chat can be a little bit weird sometimes. But first, let's talk about character customization. So as you can see, there is a wide variety of classes. There's Crusader, Berserker, Ranger, Mage, and Priest. So there's 5 different classes. There's also 4 different races. So there is the humans, obviously. There is the Vorg, which are these like cat-like creatures. Then there are elves, pretty self-explanatory, pointy-eared folk. I managed to turn mine into a drow. We also have these little tiny creatures who are genderless. They're self-identified gender-wise, and they are called Ippins. They're basically, think of it like little cats, squirrels. They're like that. Each class, unfortunately, is kind of race-locked, so if you want to be a human ranger, that's unfortunately not possible. The classes and the races are connected in one way or another, so be warned, there is some locked stuff as it relates to customization, but I didn't find it too hard. I went with the ranger elf because I've always liked elves, and I wanted to go the bow and arrow route. So as you can see, once we get over to choose a character, in this case I chose the a human crusader, so that's going to be a sword and shield person. You can either choose to just choose one of the presets that comes with it and just complete your thing, or you can choose to customize. So in the customization, you can literally spend hours customizing your character to the exact way you want them to look. The color choices you can do are very customizable. You can literally move people's eyes. You can change the color of just the iris. You can change their eyeball colors. You can change the color of their pupils. You can rotate people's eyes. You can do a very wide variety of things with your character customization. I managed to turn my elf into a drow by kind of messing around with the color settings until I could get a semi-gray kind of skin tone with white hair, because that's lore-wise, that's how a drow, also known as a dark elf, would look. And it took about an hour and a half to get it perfectly, but it could take you less time if you just choose a preset. You can also change the way your character talks, but I find it doesn't really matter what voice you go with, because your character very rarely actually talks within the game, unless you do some emotes, like when you wave, your character says, hello. So, I mean, they talk, but not really. It's all mainly text-based. Even the AIs don't really talk, except on occasion. So talking is kind of limited in the game, even though you get to choose the way your character sounds, as well as like how their voice tone is. So whether you want them to be super high pitched or
super deep voices.
Go with it. Spend an hour or two customizing your character if you do end up getting this game, because you know what? It's not like it's going anywhere. So I took a couple screenshots of how the graphics in the game look in different areas. I only got 2 screenshots here, so this first one you get to this area slightly further in the game. It's like this big huge tower. I didn't get to show off the water, but as you can see, the sky is really nice looking during the daytime. It does kind of get darker as you go on during the game, so you will notice eventually it gets darker, but it doesn't get pitch black, kind of like Black Desert Online. It doesn't get to that extent darkness where it's just like I can't see nothing. It's a comfortable darkness where you can still see, if that makes sense. There were times where there was missing pieces in some of the landscape, like mountains, for example. On stream, I noticed there's this like just completely cut out area that you can just see through the map, and I was like, okay, so there are bugs with the graphics. But then if you look at the next shot, if you look at how detailed the lines, I guess you could say, between all these bricks on this wall, you notice they're noticeable, and at the same time detailed. It's really nice. I like the graphics. The graphics are definitely a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Just because of those occasional bugs that are just like, okay, I don't know what's happening. So if we go to the combat system, I think it's not the nicest combat system, I will say, in any MMO, for like, to be honest. So I did find sometimes the rolling was a little bit iffy, because you'd be attacked by an enemy and they would quite literally cancel your roll in the middle of you rolling. But other than that, and the fact that stamina was a little bit iffy at times, I would say it was okay, all things considered, because we do have to remember, the game is an MMO, and most MMOs are typically made for PC controls where you have tons of different buttons. So the controls can be a bit clunky at first, but it took me like about a week to figure out the controls. I still have to occasionally take breaks to let my hands rest, because I don't know, but there's something about it that I just can't spend an entire day gaming that game, because my hands start hurting after a while. I don't know why. So as you can see, though, in this screenshot, there is a bit of attack combos, but that's normal. Typically, most of your combos are done using a combination of buttons. That's how combos work. I found them to be quite nice. You did sometimes have to be a little bit quick to do the combos, because if you waited too long, it would cancel your combo. So be warned. Also, if you roll or dodge or whatever you want to call it, that can also cancel your combo. So you kind of have to stay there. You have to stand static and then kind of do all your combos in one go. So it was a little bit, could have been better, but that's okay. it seemed as though at the start of the game, it started you off with all the weapon combos right from the get-go, just so you could try out all the combos and whatnot. That was pre-prologue, like in the prologue portion of the game. If you skip that and go straight to the tutorial part and whatnot, then yeah, you're gonna have to unlock all the combos. So you unlock them as you level up. So it may or may not take a while. I'm level 14 currently, and I have all my weapon combos unlocked. As you level up, you don't gain any more once you gain all these weapon combos. These are the weapon combos for the archer. You can even see a little video in the corner that will show what these combos look like after you do those combos in a battle situation, because you want to know that stuff, right? As you can see, there is this other area under the blessings thing called blessings. This is where the game gets its name, bless. Because as you go through the game, you will unlock the ability to unlock new blessings, which basically change the set of your attacks. So sometimes they can be passive. So for example, bottomless quiver will give me unlimited ammo for a limited time, but you can then upgrade those. But as you progress, you can then maybe upgrade to Lionheart Legacy or the Crescent Moon, and they might look like they have some of the same skills, but they're just different skills for each set. So that's because there's a limited amount of abilities your characters can have. I didn't find it terrible. I will always probably choose a class that has at least bottomless quiver, because I find that ability quite useful as a ranger, because it's nice to have to not reload every 10 seconds, because I spam my arrows like it's nobody's business. If you then go into, if we start talking about the community, most MMOs, it's pretty standard the way communities work in MMOs. You're going to get the nice people. Obviously, you're going to get trolls, so no matter what. They seem to be getting filtered out right now that the game's been released, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I find it neat that you can party up with up to 5 people. When you are in a party, as you can see, you can do 5 people. They gotta be your friends. They don't have to be your friends, sorry. They can be your friends. I recommend they are your friends. Or you can literally just go up to random people and just be like, hey, I'm gonna interact with you. Do you want to join my party so we can do this? It's not a voice party, it is just a game party, so that way you can earn a little bit of extra XP while you're running around with them, because XP is shared among the group, and yeah, it's a little bit of a cheaty way of getting more XP than you really need, but nobody's gonna complain about more XP, right? Then if you go on one tab to the left, you will notice there is guilds. Guilds are quite a wonderful feature, I find. I like the fact that there are guilds. Currently, I am part of the MHPR guild, so if you guys want to join the MHPR guild in Bless Unleashed, I will try to get you in. Just put a comment below in the video and I will try to figure it out. Preferably, leave your gamer tag and I will see if I can get you in, because I have to check with the leader if they're okay with that. I don't think they mind. Eventually, as you go through the game, you will realize that you get the ability to open an estate, and that is quite literally the quest to unlock the estate. I have not unlocked an estate yet, so I'm not fully knowledgeable on the estate system, but as far as I'm aware, it's basically player housing, so you're able to do various things such as obtain mounts, ores. I know I'm basically reading this right off, but mounts, ores, materials, you get the crafting structures. So whether that's a shaping workbench or whatnot, I personally have to use shaping workbenches because that's where most of my equipment is done as a ranger. But yes, there is housing in this. So if you want to just sit in your house and just relax, you can do that. So guys, that is the end of the review. Now you might be wondering, do I recommend this game? Do I even think you should get it after all the good and bad things I said? Here's the thing. If you don't mind the typical grind that's in MMOs, you don't mind there being a couple trolls every so often, even though you can ignore them completely. Like the typical MMO, then sure, go for it, try it out, it's free. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I mean, it's free. You can always just try it out and then delete it off your Xbox. No one's forcing you. But I would say yes, I do recommend it. But be warned, it does take a little bit of getting used to. I'd give it like a week to figure out whether or not you like it. Try to play with a combination of party members and just trying it by yourself. See if you like it. But either way, I'm going to say yes with caution. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, click that subscribe button so I can do more videos and whatnot. Click the like, click the bell, and tell me what you thought of the video in the comment section below. And remember, if you want to join the MHPR Guild, just leave a comment below with your gamertag and maybe why you want to join the guild, even though we're really open to anyone joining. We play on occasion, and I mean, what's wrong with playing with more people? Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye. Not pear. I mean, if it doesn't taste like pear, which I know it tastes like, then it's definitely booger.